Attention, attention all crewmates, attention, this is your captain speaking, Captain Pigeons. We have a red alert. Red alert, that is correct. We have a red alert, man overboard. This is not a drill. At approximately 1900 hours, 2 of our crew members accidentally let loose an airlock and catapulted into space. We must launch an emergency retrieval effort to save these 2 crew members. Lieutenant Ducky and I are assembling a retrieval package to help coax these fleet members back to the ship. Perhaps they will come on their own accord, perhaps they will not. In that case, we will be launching the manned rescue mission. Be on high alert. High alert. Thank you. This is your captain speaking. Ducky. Ducky. Ducky, this is urgent. We need to quickly assemble a retrieval case with all of the crew members' favorite items to hopefully help them find their way back to the ship. Let's go, Ducky. Hand me the first item. Oh, yes, the Pinkle Pop. The Pinkle Pop. This is very important. Yes. It's said that creatures far and wide can hear the echoes of the Pinkle Pop. Through space and time, the vacuum of space has no effect on the Pinkle Pop, especially when it comes to these 2 crew members. I have high hopes for this one. This is going in the case. But in case that doesn't work, what else should we put in there, Ducky? Oh, yeah. The Chewy. The Chewy. This is almost always effective when this kind of situation happens. Yeah, see, it's got a little ball in there, and they just chew and try to get it, and they just can't get it. They can't figure it out. They have a lot of strengths, but they also have a lot of weaknesses. Anyways, we will be including the Chewy in the retrieval kit. What else? What else can hopefully bring these men back home? Oh, thank you, Ducky. Yes, of course. Great thinking. The Wigglyum. Wigglyum actually came to us from another planet. He has been in hibernation for quite a while, but he releases certain pheromones that attract these crewmates and cause them to go wild whenever Wigglyum is around. They can hardly leave him alone. If they spot him in his hibernation chamber, game over. Game over for Wigglyum. So, yes, perhaps we can use him as bait. We could, put him on a fishing line and out into the abyss. Just toss him out. Toss him all the way out. And maybe they'll take the bait. Hopefully, who knows? Let me say, this is not the first time this incident has occurred with these crew members. We really should just... Oh, the transcoder. The transcoder. That's a good idea. Yes. So, this may look like an ordinary keyboard, but it has been programmed to translate any language, and then it speaks out of the speaker up here in perfect translations into the language of any crew member aboard the ship. It is especially useful for crew members such as the two missing members who do not have a verbal language. Yeah, so this will just make yelping and growling sounds, but they understand it. They understand what it's saying. We should definitely bring the transcoder along with us on this journey so we can broadcast a warning for them to get back to the ship. A little backstory on these two crew members. They are in fact canines, dogs, sometimes a little hard to handle. They like to run out of open doors, hence why they escaped through the air chamber yet again. This has happened multiple times. We should start leashing them, I know, but what can I say? They come from a long line of wonderful space cadets. Ducky, do you have the picture of Corporal Booby, Private Ducky's grandfather? Oh, that's Ducky. Don't mind that. That was not a picture of me and Freddie Mercury. This is the great retired Corporal Booby, ancestor of Private Murph. Corporal Booby was an incredible asset to our ship, and his great-great-grandson is not, but I promised that he would have a job with us always. Ducky, what else should we add? Oh, genius. This is Private Murph's weakness. We cannot take them on a spacewalk anywhere without him picking up one of these monster pine cones somewhere. Great thinking, Ducky. This really should be permanently in the rescue pack. So we've got a few items. We've got the Chewy. We've got... What is that? We've got Wigglyum. That's hard to resist for them. We've got the Transcommunicator. We've got the Monster Pine Cone. What else can we add to this pack to get these dogs back home? A threat. A threat is always a good option. If they don't come back home themselves, we could always threaten them, although it's a last resort, and we would never actually act on any threats. They don't know that. So, sometimes a good threat of a nice bonk is just the way to get your runaway crewmates back on board. I see. You know, this is something that we haven't tried yet. A bag of space dirt apples. These guys will eat anything, though. And anything they eat, it's like they're eating just the most wonderful food you can think of. So these space dirt apples just might be enough to lure them back home. They smell very pungent, which is a bonus. They can probably smell the dirt apples from very far away. 10 pounds of dirt apples. Okay. Ducky, should we add a few more things to the thing? Yeah, okay, he says yes. Thank you. I've seen this before. Oh, handcuffs. Upon their capture, they really should be cuffed, Ducky, you're right. To prevent escape back out the open doors of the ship, the runaway crew members will be handcuffed with these clicky cuffs. These are a standard item on any spaceship, as I'm sure you know. Yeah, one set of clicky cuffs will probably grab 3 more sets. They've got, between the 2 of them, they've got 4 sets of legs. So, yeah, definitely. Good thinking, Ducky. Clicky cuffs are a must. A few more items. You know, we have a 2-inch 50.8 millimeter paintbrush. What are you thinking with this, Ducky? He doesn't know. I think he's just handing me objects that he likes now. Yeah, it's pointless, Ducky. Take that back. Anyways, maybe 1 or 2 more items, and the relief kit will be finalized. I think that we have a pretty tempting array of objects here. Oh, thank you. Yes, another pair of clicky cuffs. Good. Can never be too prepared. Yeah, these will be very useful upon their capture. We should also bring a couple of leashes, definitely. Lastly, good idea. Yeah, a screwdriver. Yeah, because obviously these 2 crewmates are missing several screws in their head, so we'll do some quick repairs once we find them, and we'll use this to make sure it's on the right setting, though. Otherwise, it's pointless. Yeah. And I think we've got the right bit in the top there. This is the bit they take, right? Yeah, he says yes. Good. Okay, so that should be useful. Okay, I'll pack that up. Any last minute additions? He has no idea what he's doing. He's just handing me things. To be honest, none of us really have any idea what we're doing. All right, I would say that I am satisfied with the amount of things that are coming with us in this kit. We're satisfied. Okay. Should I make the announcement? Okay. Attention. This is your captain speaking, Captain Pigeons. Lieutenant Ducky and I have completed the safety retrieval package for Private Murph and Private Boone's rescue mission. We are going to begin at the airlock chamber by dangling some tempting items out the ship to see if they will return home on their own. And if that doesn't work, we will proceed to send a manned mission out. But fingers crossed that they come home on their own, as they usually do. Anyways, pigeons out. Stay on high alert. All right, let's go dog catching.